Success doesn't come riding on comfort. It comes dragging behind it 1,000 lessons in disguise. Every dreamer wants the mountaintop view, but few are willing to endure the climb through the storm, the hunger, the loneliness, the self-doubt that echoes louder than applause. The truth is, growth hurts because it stretches who you were into who you're meant to be. You can't evolve while staying safe. You can't win while staying comfortable. When you begin your journey to success, life doesn't test your talent first. It tests your endurance. You'll be misunderstood, criticized, overlooked, and sometimes even betrayed by those you thought were your support system. But that's not failure, that's training. The universe is sharpening you. Every no becomes armor, every delay becomes discipline, and every disappointment becomes data. It's the painful refinement that prepares you for the weight of greatness. Remember, the seed must crack before it grows. So when you feel yourself breaking, it's not the end, it's the beginning of becoming something unstoppable. People see success and think it's glamorous. They see the stage but not the sleepless nights. They see the smile but not the scars. Behind every overnight success is 1,000 silent sacrifices. Success demands payment in advance. It asks for your time, your comfort, and sometimes your peace of mind before it offers any return. You'll lose friends who don't understand your discipline. You'll face moments when quitting feels logical. You'll question your worth, your decisions, your direction. But Jim Rohn said it perfectly. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And that's the mindset that separates dreamers from doers. Growth requires that you let go of old versions of yourself, the lazy one, the scared one, the one waiting for permission. Each stage of success requires a new identity, and that shedding process is painful but necessary. You have to become immune to short-term discomfort if you want long-term greatness. Pain isn't the enemy. It's the admission ticket to your next level. Every successful person has walked through fire that the world never saw. The moments of confusion, the breakdowns before breakthroughs, the quiet tears behind closed doors. Those are the invisible battles that shape champions. Success doesn't destroy you. It reveals what you're made of. It's like a blacksmith's fire, intense, unforgiving, but necessary to create something strong. And here's the catch: most people escape the heat too soon. They retreat when it burns, not realizing that the pain they're avoiding is the same pain that polishes their potential. Every challenge comes with a question. How bad do you really want it? Because if your desire isn't stronger than your excuses, you'll quit halfway through the process. The road to success is lonely, but it's also sacred. It's the space where you discover your power, your patience, and your purpose. Pain is not punishment, progress in disguise. And one day, when you stand tall with everything you've built, you'll realize that every sleepless night, every failure, every growing pain was worth it. Success doesn't come riding on comfort. It comes dragging behind it 1,000 lessons in disguise. Everyone wants to stand in the spotlight, to taste the sweetness of victory, but very few are ready to face the storms that prepare them for it. The path to success is not paved with ease. It is carved through struggle, through pain, through sacrifice. Every dreamer desires the mountaintop, but to get there, you must climb with bruised hands, trembling legs, and a heart that refuses to give up even when it's breaking. The higher you go, the thinner the air gets, and that's when your strength is truly tested. You see, growth hurts because it forces you to leave behind who you were. It stretches your soul, it bends your mind, and it reshapes your habits. Success doesn't demand perfection, it demands transformation, and transformation is always uncomfortable. You can't hold on to comfort and expect to grow. You can't keep waiting for the perfect conditions because they'll never come. The real journey begins when you move forward, despite the pain, Despite the fear, despite the uncertainty that whispers, what if you fail? The universe has a strange way of training the chosen ones. It doesn't send blessings first. It sends tests. It doesn't give you rewards. It gives you resistance. It doesn't build your confidence through comfort. It builds it through chaos. You'll lose count of how many times you'll fall, how many nights you'll cry yourself to sleep wondering if it's all worth it. And yet, deep down, something inside you will whisper, keep going. That voice, that tiny, fragile spark of belief, is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Most people quit when it hurts, but winners, the true builders, they stay. They learn to make peace with the pain, to find purpose inside it, because they know pain is not the end. It's the evidence that progress is happening. Just like muscles tear before they grow, character breaks before it builds. When you start chasing success, don't expect applause right away. Expect silence. Expect people to doubt you, to question your decisions, to walk away, because they can't see what you see. Some will laugh at your ambition, others will criticize your focus, and a few will even try to pull you back to where you started. That's when you must remember it's not their journey, it's yours. Greatness demands isolation sometimes. You'll have to learn to walk alone, to trust your vision even when no one else does. That's not loneliness. That's alignment. The world doesn't reward those who wait for validation. It rewards those who move forward without it. Every great story begins with rejection. Every strong person was once broken in silence. Every leader you admire was once doubted by everyone around them. The pain you feel right now is not punishment. It's preparation. Life is tough because it's shaping you to be tougher. You'll notice something strange about the process when you start improving. Life will challenge you even harder. Just when you think you've made it through one storm, another one appears. But that's not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're evolving. Growth doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. The setbacks become smaller compared to your vision. The rejections sting less because your confidence grows. Every failure becomes a tool, every mistake a teacher. You stop fearing the fall because you've learned how to rise. You start realizing that nothing in life is wasted. Every experience, no matter how painful, adds another layer of wisdom, another level of strength. And that's the beauty of the journey. Pain refines you. It doesn't define you. Think about it. A diamond is just coal that handled pressure well. A sword is only sharp because it faced the fire. The seed must crack before it grows. It's the same with you. Every time life pushes you to your limits, it's revealing a new part of your potential. You are being stretched because your destiny is bigger than your comfort zone. The pain you feel today is shaping the strength you'll need tomorrow. It's giving you endurance, patience, and resilience, the qualities that will sustain your success when you finally reach it. Success is not for those who seek escape, it's for those who embrace evolution. The truth is, comfort never built character, and pleasure never built power. Only pressure does that. So, when things get hard, and they will, don't curse the challenge. Don't ask, why me? Instead say, train me. Let every obstacle become a lesson, every heartbreak a reason to grow, every delay a test of patience. Because the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're ready for. If life is stretching you, it's because greatness is calling you. Keep pushing through the discomfort. Keep believing in your process. Keep showing up even when no one claps. The pain you feel now is proof that you're alive, that you're growing, that you're becoming someone stronger than yesterday. One day, when you look back at this moment, you'll smile and realize the breaking was the blessing all along. People see success and think it's glamorous. They see the polished moments, the smiles, the trophies, the spotlight. But what they don't see are the nights of doubt, the silent struggles, the unseen sacrifices that built that moment. Every overnight success is just a story that took years of unseen work, endless discipline, and quiet persistence. Success looks beautiful from a distance, but up close, it's messy. It's full of failures, frustration, and fear. It asks for everything long before it gives anything back. You pay for it first, with your effort, your time, your energy, and only later does it reward you. That's why so many give up, because success doesn't send you a confirmation that it's coming. You work, you fight, you bleed, and you get nothing but uncertainty for months or even years. And still, those who stay, those who endure that uncertainty, become the ones who earn it. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." And that's the line that defines true growth. Success doesn't come from wishing the world would be kinder. It comes from deciding to become stronger. You can't control how hard the game gets, but you can control how well you play it. Growth demands that you evolve faster than your excuses. It demands that you wake up earlier than your doubts and work harder than your distractions. Every step you take toward success requires you to leave behind a piece of who you used to be. The old version of you, the one who hesitated, who procrastinated, who feared failure, cannot walk into the future you're building. That's why success is painful. You're constantly shedding skin, losing comfort, facing truths about yourself that you once avoided. It's a transformation, and transformation never happens gently. It breaks you apart, piece by piece, only to rebuild you stronger. There comes a time in every dreamer's journey when life starts asking serious questions. How bad do you really want it? Are you willing to lose sleep, comfort, and popularity to build something meaningful? Are you willing to walk alone while others party? Are you willing to be misunderstood while you grow quietly? Success will test your hunger, and if your desire isn't stronger than your excuses, you'll quit before the finish line. Most people give up not because they lack ability, but because they lack endurance. They confuse difficulty with failure, but difficulty is not the end. It's the evidence that you're moving in the right direction. Every mountain gets steeper the closer you are to the peak. The pain intensifies because progress is happening. Growth will feel uncomfortable because it's pulling you out of patterns you've lived in for years. But that's how you evolve, from comfort to courage, from average to exceptional. You'll lose people along the way, and that's part of the process. Some friends will drift away because they don't understand your discipline. They'll see your focus as arrogance, your ambition as distance. Let them go. Success requires clarity, and clarity often isolates you. You'll stop fitting into conversations that revolve around gossip, negativity, or comfort. You'll find yourself craving solitude because that's where you hear your real voice. When the world quiets down, you'll discover that your drive is not about proving anyone wrong. It's about proving yourself right. You'll start realizing that what you once called sacrifices were actually investments. The parties you skipped, the hours you worked in silence, the tears you wiped alone, they all add up. They shape your mindset, sharpen your will, and harden your resolve. They teach you that success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. The pain of discipline may sting for a while, but the pain of regret lasts forever. That's why the successful choose discipline. They understand that every sacrifice today creates freedom tomorrow. Waking up early, working late, saying no to distractions. These aren't punishments, they're tools. Each act of discipline builds mental muscle, the kind that makes you unstoppable. And once you taste progress, even the smallest one, you'll never want to go back to who you were. You'll start craving challenges instead of avoiding them. You'll start viewing failure not as defeat, but as direction, because failure is not final, it's feedback. Every setback whispers a lesson, And every disappointment teaches you something that comfort never could. The truth is, most people want success, but not the pain that comes with it. They want the reward without the responsibility, the spotlight without the grind. But success is not a charity, it's a contract. You sign it with effort, you pay for it with time, and only those who honor it get to keep it. The moment you accept that pain is part of the process, you stop running from it and start using it. Every hardship becomes fuel. Every rejection becomes motivation. The more life throws at you, the more refined you become, the more challenges you face, the sharper your purpose gets. And eventually, success stops being about fame, money, or validation. It becomes about growth, mastery, and self-respect. At some point, you'll look back and realize that all those struggles you hated were actually the foundation of your strength. Every delay built your patience. Every heartbreak built your resilience. Every lonely night built your independence. You needed those moments to become the version of yourself capable of handling success. Because success is not just about reaching the top, it's about staying there. And only those who have been tested, stretched, and refined can carry that weight. The road may be long, the pain may be real, but so is the reward. The journey itself will change you in ways no victory ever could. That's why success is not about what you get. It's about who you become on the way. Every successful person has walked through fire that the world never saw. People see the glory, but not the grind, the applause, but not the anxiety, the smile, but not the sleepless nights. Behind every calm face that seems confident and unshaken lies 1,000 silent battles fought in darkness. That's the truth nobody talks about, the hidden pain behind progress. The journey to success is never smooth. It's filled with heartbreaks, betrayals, rejection, and moments of deep loneliness. It's the kind of road where you question yourself again and again, wondering if you're even good enough. But what separates the great from the average is that they don't stop walking. They fall, they cry, they break, but they don't quit. Success doesn't destroy you, it reveals you. It shows what you're made of when there's no one cheering, no one watching, and no one to remind you why you started. In every dreamer's journey, there comes a season of silence, the time when your effort seems invisible, when nothing you do feels like it's working. That's the furnace stage where life turns up the heat to mold your character. It's the stage most people run from because it's uncomfortable, uncertain, and painful. But that's exactly where growth happens. Like a blacksmith hammering metal, life uses pressure and pain to make you unbreakable. The more you resist the heat, the weaker you stay. The more you embrace it, the stronger you become. The great ones understand this. They don't pray for easy days. They pray for stronger backs. They know that the pain they're enduring today is the price they're paying for the strength they'll need tomorrow. Every test, every delay, every closed door is not rejection. It's redirection. It's life making sure you're ready for what you're asking for. Most people quit not because they lack potential, but because they misinterpret pain. They think struggle means something's wrong, when in reality, it's proof that something's happening. Growth always comes disguised as discomfort. You'll know you're on the right path when it starts to challenge you, confuse you, stretch you, and force you to outgrow the version of yourself that was comfortable. You can't move to the next chapter while still holding on to the last one. Every new level of success requires a new level of self-control, courage, and patience. That's why the road feels lonely, because few are willing to let go of who they were in order to become who they need to be. The truth is, the climb to success is supposed to be lonely. You're not meant to have a crowd, you're meant to have clarity. Solitude refines focus. Pain builds perspective. Silence teaches strength. And here's the most powerful part of pain is not punishment. It's preparation. It's not there to stop you, it's there to shape you. Every time you feel like giving up, remember that the fire you're walking through now is the same fire that will make you shine later. Diamonds are created under pressure. Gold is purified by fire. You're being refined for a purpose bigger than your comfort. Every tear you've shed, every night you thought you wouldn't make it, every disappointment that crushed you, it all becomes part of your story. One day, you'll look back and realize that the moments that felt like breaking points were actually building blocks. Without the pain, you wouldn't have the power. Without the losses, you wouldn't have the lessons. Without the struggle, you wouldn't have the strength. The pain is not proof that you're failing. It's proof that you're evolving. You'll find that success doesn't change your life overnight. It changes you slowly, internally, silently. You start seeing the world differently. You stop chasing validation and start building value. You stop seeking shortcuts and start respecting the process. You begin to understand that the struggle is sacred. It's the space where you discover what you're truly made of. When you face pain and choose to keep going anyway, you develop a kind of courage that nothing can buy. You start realizing that no matter how dark it gets, there's always a light inside you that refuses to go out. That's the real definition of strength, not being fearless, but being willing to move forward despite fear. There will be times when no one believes in you, when your progress is invisible, when success feels a million miles away. Those are the moments that define you. That's when you build the kind of discipline that no one can take away. You learn to motivate yourself without applause, to trust your vision even when the world calls you crazy. That's where true greatness is born. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Every setback becomes a setup for something greater. Every time life pushes you down, it's teaching you how to rise with more purpose, more focus, more resilience. The pain you feel today is simply the preparation for the strength you'll need tomorrow. The truth is, most people want the reward, but not the refining. They want the crown without the cross. But the process cannot be skipped. The universe doesn't allow shortcuts to greatness. You have to prove yourself in the dark before you can shine in the light. The trials you're facing right now are not random. They're custom, designed for your growth. Every challenge carries within it a hidden lesson. And the moment you stop running from pain and start learning from it, you become unstoppable. Success is not about avoiding the fire. It's about learning to walk through it with faith. Because once you've faced the heat and survived, you realize that nothing outside you has the power to destroy what's inside you. So keep walking through your fire. Keep fighting your invisible battles. Keep believing when it hurts, because the pain is not permanent. It's only a passage, a test of your patience, your persistence, your belief. And when you come out on the other side, you'll be stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. The same flames that once burned you will become the light that guides you. The same pain that once broke you will become the power that builds you. Every scar will tell a story of survival. Every failure will whisper a lesson. And every growing pain will reveal that success was never about reaching the top. It was always about becoming the kind of person strong enough to stay there. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't arrive with a knock on your door. It crashes in when you've earned the right to stand tall after being knocked down 100 times. You see, the growing pains you faced weren't curses. They were confirmations. Confirmations that you were chosen for more, that life saw something in you worth testing, shaping, and sharpening. Every sleepless night, every silent tear, every moment you thought, maybe I'm not enough, was never wasted. It was sculpting you into someone powerful, someone unstoppable, someone who doesn't just survive the storm but becomes the storm. You think greatness is about talent. No. It's about toughness. It's about standing in front of the mirror and saying, I will not let this break me. It's about hearing 100 rejections and still whispering, one more try. It's about showing up when your body is tired, your mind is heavy, and your heart is questioning everything. It's about doing what most people won't so you can live how most people can't. Remember, comfort never created champions. The ones who rise, the ones who conquer, they've learned to make peace with pain. They've learned to see struggle not as a punishment, but as a privilege, a sign that they're moving in the right direction. You have to remind yourself that success is not supposed to feel safe. It's supposed to feel like stretching beyond what you thought possible. Growth hurts, but it's the kind of hurt that builds you, not breaks you. You may feel exhausted, misunderstood, alone. You may feel like the world doesn't see your effort. But hear me when I say this. Every step you take in silence will echo loudly in the future. The grind you're enduring now will one day be your glory story. You will look back and say, that was the season I found out who I really am. When life hits you hard, don't shrink. When people doubt you, don't explain. Demonstrate. When the road feels endless, don't count the miles. Count the lessons. You're not losing, you're learning. You're not delayed, you're developing. The universe is not denying you. It's defining you. Every test you face is preparing you to carry the weight of the success you're praying for. If life gave it to you too early, you wouldn't be ready. So instead of saying, why me? Say, try me. That's the mindset of a winner. That's the spirit of someone destined for greatness. You've got to talk to yourself differently. No more saying, I can't. Start saying, I will. No more saying, it's hard. Start saying, it's worth it. You have to rewire your thoughts because success starts in the mind long before it shows up in life. Speak life over your dreams. Speak strength over your struggles. Speak victory over your valleys. You are not the mistakes you made. You are the lessons you learned. You are not your failures. You are the fight that refused to give up. You are not your pain. You are the power that grew from it. And yes, there will be moments when you'll feel like quitting, when everything inside you screams to stop. But those are the moments that make you. That's when your character is forged, when your spirit is tested, when your destiny takes shape. The world doesn't remember those who started strong. It remembers those who finished stronger. You are not in this race to be perfect. You're in it to be persistent. Because success doesn't belong to the smartest or the most talented. It belongs to the most consistent, the one who keeps moving forward no matter how heavy the load gets. Jim Rohn once said, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And that's the key. Don't pray for fewer problems, pray for greater strength. Don't hope for lighter burdens, hope for stronger shoulders. Because the truth is, success is not a destination. It's a transformation. The person you're becoming is far more important than the prize you're chasing. The goal isn't just to achieve, it's to evolve, to grow into someone who can handle success with grace, humility, and power. So, wherever you are right now, whether you're at the beginning of your journey or standing in the middle of chaos, feeling like progress is slow, don't stop. Keep climbing, keep believing, keep showing up. The road may be rough, but it's taking you somewhere remarkable. Every great story begins with a struggle, and yours is no different. One day the pain will fade, the confusion will make sense, and you'll see that everything was necessary. Every delay, every denial, every disappointment. Because it wasn't working against you. It was working else for you. You are the hero of your own story. The world may not clap now, but one day they will tell your story as a lesson in perseverance. One day people will look at you and say, if they could do it, so can I. But until that day comes, You must keep walking through the fire, knowing it's not meant to burn you. It's meant to brand you with resilience. You are being refined by the very pain that once tried to destroy you. That's the paradox of success. What once hurt you will one day help you. So stand tall, lift your chin, remind yourself you've already survived things that were meant to break you. You've already endured pain that others couldn't handle. That means you're not weak. You're chosen. You're not unlucky. You're being prepared. Success is coming. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's coming. And when it arrives, you'll understand why you have to go through everything you did. Because the growing pains you're feeling today are simply the birth pains of greatness. Keep moving. Keep believing. Keep becoming. Because one day when you finally stand on that mountain, you'll whisper to yourself, every scar was worth it.